Hey, hello YouTubers. Camp Director Rob here. I've been a camp director for about 5 years now. This is my fifth season. I just have just a tool that I want to share with you guys. As a camp director, you're doing all kinds of things, especially on a small staff. So yeah, we have a maintenance guy, but it's a big campus. We have about 200 acres and all kinds of different structures, 17 different buildings, lots of different vehicles, tractors, what have you. But the biggest thing is time. And when you're working on a campus, it takes a lot of time just going from job to job or whatever. Or you're doing one thing and you end up doing another because someone stops you. But one of the biggest helps that I've had is definitely the Leatherman Blast. Um, my girlfriend actually bought it for me, and I wasn't sure which one I wanted. I just kind of told her that I wanted a Leatherman, but she really got kind of the I'd say mid-level. It's not little tiny compact ones, but it's not the huge honking ones. Kind of wanted the huge honking ones just because they're the biggest and the fanciest. But I found that the Blast is very diverse. I mean, it's handled everything I've thrown at it, from recreational fishing to boating, to just the regular building maintenance, emergency repairs. It does it all. Really nice features. A file, can opener, which I totally used. I was doing a retreat weekend, survival weekend, and we had these cans of beans, and just one of those things you didn't think to bring can opener. You think of the million other things you have to do, but one thing can really mess you up. And I had this, never used a can opener like this before, and it works great. It worked really, really well. It was one of those big cans. Big Phillips head, scissors. I'm not really trying to show you everything about the tool, just to give you a general idea. I mean, the scissors are great, even from like a weird fingernail or something to a craft or some a package that needs to be opened in a special way. Um, on the other side, we have a little saw. Now, I'm a camp director in New Hampshire, out in the outdoors, and that's come in handy. We have a beach, and we had this big root sticking out of the beach, and campers were smacking their foot on it. I'm sorry, here. I don't know, there's a lot of glare. Um, and I just reach over and chop it off. Now, if I didn't have my multi-tool, I would have had back up to camp, back in the workshop, grab a saw or whatnot, back down to the beach because it's far away, and the whole deal would have taken, maybe 15 minutes. This took me literally about 15 seconds. So it just saves so much time. It's not that I don't have the tools, it's do I have the tools on me? And with this, I have the tools on me. A knife came razor sharp like a scalpel. It's a knife, very handy. I carry another knife on me too, but there's nothing wrong with a backup knife, especially if I don't want to mar on my carry knife, which is a Spyderco Resilience. Pretty big blade, which comes in handy up here too. Go big or go home, right? Big wide screwdriver. That's good for tons of different things. Prying too. Little skinny screwdriver, flathead. Then we have the tinier, like eyeglass type size screwdriver, and that you can flip that out. That comes right out, and you can see here, and put it back in. You get a flathead and a Phillips head on one side. All right. Okay, so that's all the fun stuff on the inside and everything like that. I'm going to put that away. I don't really want this to be too long. I'm right up to 4 minutes. That's all away. Then we have the actual, this is the primary purpose. Wire cutters are great. Wire strippers work impressively well. I know I do some wiring on some of the tractors, and I don't want to go back to my toolbox and go get a wire stripper. 2 seconds. I was very impressed. Kind of like if you want to clamp down on a nut or something like that, that's what this is really good for. A little straight section here, and then we have the needle nose type pliers too. Great for fishing. I bring a lot of people fishing, and I have my regular, hook retractor. I'll give that to someone else. I'll be sitting in the back of the boat and catch a fish, and the needle nose work great. Very effective. Okay. And the last feature is kind of like the I don't know, the measurement markings, whatever. I don't know. I've never had to measure something with my Leatherman. I don't measure a lot of things that are 3 inches long, or I guess you can kind of like bring it out like that and increase your measurement range, but I don't know. That's the sort of thing that I use a tape measure for. It's whatever. I guess that's centimeters on the other side too, so standard centimeters. It's a great tool. I mean, if you have the kind of job where you're all over the place and you're doing all kinds of different things, I imagine like EMTs, firefighters, policemen, law enforcement, camp directors, like what I do, um, handymen, or just people who like to be prepared for anything. Motorists should definitely have this in their car, boat, pilot, what have you. Great tool. I was skeptical about carrying a multi-tool around with me just because I didn't want the, it's another thing to have on your person. Um, but it's been a huge time saver. It's made so many things so much easier, and you will find so many uses for it. And I know it's kind of a cliche, but I really did know, what I would do if I didn't have this thing. I mean, life would just be a headache. So that's all. I had to say this to let people know. Go out and buy a multi-tool. It is so worth it. They make this blast in a black one, which is wicked cool too, and I think it's around the same price. Again, the girlfriend got it for me, so. But hey, I didn't pay a thing for it. Got it from LL Bean, so anything snaps, breaks, implodes, they'll replace it straight up. All right, thanks for watching.